Before we finally get to meet her, can you tell me about your mother?
My mom? She's a really kind woman, I can assure you.
Is she?
Why are you asking me this question? Are you starting to get nervous? You think she won't like you?
Oh, was it really that obvious?
Your face has anxiety written all over it. Quit worrying, Olivia. My family's not hard to deal with.
I guess I was looking pretty nervous this whole time. You shouldn't blame me too hard, though, because I'm not the only one that's like this. I'm pretty sure most girls who are about to meet their future mother-in-law would be just as nervous as I am.
Don't let it get to you like this. You don't have to worry about my mom. She's not going to torment her future daughter-in-law just for the sake of her enjoyment. We're not a family of horrors or something.
I'm not saying that your mother is going to torment me. It's not that I'm terrified of her. I'm just a little anxious about my upcoming life as a married woman. I don't know what's waiting for me, and anything can happen. I don't want to have a tough married life.
My mom won't give you a hard time. She already has 2 daughters-in-law, and they're getting along just fine with us. She's not the type of woman to treat her in-laws like that.
I know, but still. Being born to a wealthy family with only daughters, I always saw my grandmother giving my mom a hard time. I'm the youngest of the 4 daughters, and I guess my grandmother gave my mom a hard time because she only had daughters. You know how it is for older people. Growing up in an environment like that, I always thought to myself that I'd never want my future mother-in-law to treat me like that.
Don't worry, Olivia. I can guarantee you that my mom won't give you a tough time in the family. If she happens to do anything suspicious or seems to be treating you like dirt, I'll protect you in any way I can. But I'm positive that she won't be doing that in the first place.
That's nice to hear. Then should I go visit your family next week?
You want to visit my family next week? But you already met them for marriage approval.
I think it's rude of me to never visit again after the marriage approval. In order for me to get close with them, it would be best for me to do it before I got officially married. That way, I could feel more comfortable with your family members in the future.
Wow, Olivia. I really adore the way you think. You're really different from other women. I'm saying this in a positive way, of course. Most women are against the idea of visiting their in-laws because they fall into a negative bias when it comes to this subject. I really want to thank you for not being this way and really putting your efforts into becoming close with my mother and family.
It's not much effort on my part, but thanks, Liam. Then I'll make sure to clear my schedule for some time next week. Not all, but many women end up regretting their marriage because of one thing. That is when they get married without knowing what type of people their in-laws really are. As a woman, it's not hard to regret your marriage once you find out that your husband's side of the family are not the people you expected them to be. In order for me to avoid these mistakes and prevent myself from regretting my marriage with Liam, I decided to make the judgment calls for myself. My husband reassured me with different explanations about his family, but I still wanted to see what type of people they are for myself. So I thought it would be wise for me to truly get to know the type of people my in-laws are. Before I got married with Liam, I made my best efforts into visiting my in-laws. That way, I get to understand and know more about what kind of people they are and what they expect from me. I can also get to know what type of person Liam really is when he is with his family. All of this can really help me to get a good grasp of his family's impressions.
You're finally here! You must be tired. I'm sorry our neighborhood is quite the distance away.
I'm perfectly fine, Helen. Thank you.
I know how tough the road up to our neighborhood can be, especially for first-time visitors. I didn't want to force you to come visit us because of how tough it can be just to get here. But what do we know? You decided to come visit us first. We really appreciate you doing this, Olivia.
Thank you very much for your kind greeting.
I had already known this from the beginning, but you really are a sweetheart. I bet you hear that a lot from other people, don't you?
I mean, not really. I'm very glad that you shower me with compliments. Thank you very much.
When I look at you, I get the impression that you really are quite the sweetheart. I can say this from experience working many years as a teacher, because I get to meet all kinds of people. I can tell right away that someone like you is really sweet and kind. You have no idea how rude people can be sometimes. If you see some of the people I run into on a daily basis, you'd probably be shocked.
I appreciate you speaking so nicely of me. I'm starting to feel shy of your compliments.
You shouldn't be shy, dear. You should feel proud of your sweet-hearted character.
Thank you so much.
If I had a daughter like you, Olivia, I would be a lot less lonely. As you may know, there are only boys in our family. It's not easy for me to sit down and have these conversations with my son. It's just not the same as talking with a girl, you know?
Yes, I can understand where you're coming from. Our family is in a similar situation. But for us, it's only girls in the family, so my dad is the one who can't have his meaningful chats with other boys. So he tells us that he feels a little lonely in that regard.
Is that so? And you know how boys are, especially after they get married. They submit to their wives and completely forget about the rest of their family members. No matter how you raise them, boys will run off to their wives. Daughters, on the other hand, are much more different.
Oh, right.
But to be honest with you, Olivia, I'm honestly fine with that. The way I see it, it's like as if I sent my son off for marriage and received a daughter in return. Now that I have a new member in the family, I really have nothing to be jealous of.
It really seems like your other daughters-in-law must treat you like their own mother.
It's not really that. I'm just very satisfied with being able to have different daughters-in-law. It doesn't take much to get me happy. I felt so happy once we had more women in the family. It was like a dream come true for me.
I think that because you also treated them so well, they are able to return their favor to you. I really think that you played an important role in all of this. I realize that you really have a great set of values within yourself. By having this conversation, I really admire the values that you set for yourself. I think being a teacher has really helped you to set these great values. I really respect you for this.
Do you really think so? I don't mean to toot my own horn or anything, but I did have people around me who told me something similar. It feels nice to hear such compliments directly from you. I hope we'll get along well together. I shall do my best as your mother-in-law.
It's all right, Helen. I'll be the one to try harder and harder.
If just one of us makes a little bit of effort, we'll get along well in no time. I'll just treat you the way I would like to be treated. What better way for us to have a healthy family relationship than to keep basic moral values with one another? Right?
I totally agree. You are really respectable.
That's great, Olivia. I think I've been keeping you here for too long. We'll have some dessert. Why don't you go wash your hands and we'll start eating?
Please wait for me. Allow me to help you set everything up.
You don't have to. You are a guest in my house. Don't worry about it, Olivia. You can just sit comfortably and not worry about a single thing.
Thank you. I really appreciate everything you've said to me.
You don't have to thank me. Now go and wash your hands. Let's eat!
Yes, Helen. Liam's mother was, in fact, a really kind person. It was just like Liam had told me. She had an elegant and beautiful tone of speaking, which was very pleasing to listen to. I couldn't help but shower her with compliments because of how beautifully she spoke to me. She had been telling me that she envies the fact that we have so many daughters in my family. I could tell that she really meant it and wasn't just giving small talk. That is why I ended up appreciating every little thing she told me, because they all felt very sincere. Most importantly, she told me that her mother-in-law also gave her a very hard time. Because of her bad experiences, she promised me that she will not give her daughter-in-laws a hard time. She knows how terrible it feels and doesn't want us to experience the same thing. She made it clear that she doesn't want any business giving her daughters-in-law a hard time, but to treat them with the love and respect they deserve. It was really comforting to hear these words from her. I was very grateful. After our lovely conversation, we started to meet each other more often, and we became quite close. We had a lot to relate to when it came to talking about our lives. Our relationship became close, and we had a nice mother and daughter-in-law relationship. We're here! You startled me with the unexpected visit. What made you guys visit today? We're family now. There are no unexpected visits between us anymore. We just came here because we felt like it. You're making jokes now.
Hey, Mom. I'm here too, you know. Aren't you glad to see me too? Why are you treating me like a ghost?
I've seen you constantly for 30 years. There's no need to feel glad anymore. You're my same old son, more or less.
Come on, Mom. You're acting like I'm a stranger just because you're getting another daughter-in-law. You're hurting my feelings, Mom.
Of course I love my son, and I love my daughter-in-law. Don't be such a crybaby. We brought you some food. I hope you like it. What is this? I brought you some porridge. I thought it would be nice for you to have some porridge since lately it's been getting colder and colder. Hopefully it will warm you up. Oh my days! You really didn't have to. This looks so delicious. Where did you learn to make something like this? It's really nothing compared to your culinary skills, but I hope you like it. I'll gladly eat anything that my future daughter-in-law provides for me. I also prepared some homemade snacks for you guys, so you guys should take them home. You prepared snacks for us? Yes, of course I did. I don't want you to starve yourself. No matter what happens, you should always make sure to take care of your meals properly. Eating is very important. Thank you so much. I really cannot thank you enough for all the times you provide me with good food. It's not like it's cash or anything, but I'm glad you love it. It makes me glad while preparing the snacks. And I want to thank you too for the delicious porridge you cooked for me. All of the in-laws are very busy at the moment, so they don't have the time to prepare something like this. My boys are not the best when it comes to cooking or preparing gifts, so I really thank you for being so thoughtful. I really feel like a mother-in-law who is blessed with such a wonderful daughter-in-law. I'm so delighted that you feel that way. What did I do to deserve such a great girl like you? Thank you so much, Olivia. Before I officially got married, I was able to become very close with Helen. People were telling me that it almost seems as if I'm her actual daughter because of how close we were. I guess it was cool for them to see how close I was with my mother-in-law, despite not having been married to Liam yet. Through all this, I was very positive that my mother-in-law won't give me such a hard time as her daughter-in-law. I gained more and more confidence in my marriage and was sure that everything will work out fine. Then I finally got married with Liam. You're here! Hi! So I can see that you guys still haven't cleaned up the house. Hasn't it already been over a week since your honeymoon? Yes, it kind of happened to be that way. Things were a bit chaotic for me because I had to return to work right away. So it's hard for me to reserve a separate time to clean up the house. You should hurry as soon as you can. You're going to be a mother soon. You can't expect to raise a child while being slow with your house chores. For a child to be properly disciplined, it's important for the parents to keep their discipline. It's really not an excuse to say you couldn't clean up the house because of work. If you really put your mind to it, you could have already finished cleaning everything. Being able to go to work and taking care of household chores at the same time makes for a successful parent to their children. Those should be the basics. A woman's job is to do house chores and take care of the child at home. That's the most important thing about being a woman. But if you aren't able to keep up with some of the most basic standards, things are not going to look good for you. It's not going to be roses and daisies all the time. Once you have a child,
Cleaning up after the house is going to be dozens of times harder than it is now.
I'm sorry?
Are you not thinking about having a baby? You should start getting prepared for that now. From now on, I'll be coming over to help you get prepared for pregnancy. I'll make sure to get all the help you can so that you can have a son. So just keep that in mind.
Wait, but I don't think you understand. Liam and I don't have any plans for children right now.
That's not a good idea at all. In fact, it's a dangerous idea at that. There are lots of young couples like you guys who don't want a child at first, so they push the dates further and further. Then when the time comes and they want a child, it's already too late by then. Even if you start visiting infertility clinics, it will be too late for you by then. So don't be arrogant when it comes to having children. It's always best to get started as soon as possible, when you're still young. All you have to do is just thank the heavens that you became pregnant. It should be normal for a woman to get pregnant after marriage. What's the point in holding off on the childbirth? All you'll be doing is just wasting your time and the baby's time. It's best for you guys to have a child as soon as possible. That way there would be no regrets in the future.
But, Helen…
So don't you think about quitting your job at any time. A woman needs to endure tough times so that she'll be able to have a tough son. Your mother probably only had 4 daughters because she didn't know what it was like to truly struggle during marriage.
Pardon me? I don't understand what that has to do with anything. And I don't think you understand how hard it was for my mother when she got married.
That's nothing compared to a real struggle. A real struggle brings forth a real man and a real son, not a weak little daughter. I'm speaking to you this way as a teacher. In this way, I've been an educator for many years. So you best believe it when I tell you so.
Why are you like this all of a sudden? Why have you changed?
What do you mean, why am I like this?
You told us that you would respect the decisions that we make within our own marriage.
Haven't you ever heard of a white lie? I'm sure you know how to distinguish a lie and a white lie. It's what people do in the real world. You've got a lot to learn about the real world, Olivia.
What are you talking about?
All of my other daughters-in-law don't bother listening to a word I tell them. They think they're all so busy and not worth any of my time, even though I'm their mother-in-law. Don't you think I need at least one of my daughters-in-law to listen and respect me for once? You didn't have much to brag about in the first place, so I thought you'd be an easy target.
Hold on up a minute. So this is why you were so kind to me after all this time? You were waiting for me to get married with Liam, so that you can use me to your advantage since you can't with your other in-laws?
Yes, you were really quite the gullible little gal, I'll give you that. Thanks to that, I really didn't have to work hard on my acting skills.
How could you think to do this to me? I really thought we had a special bond going on between us, and I really respected you for it.
Then I guess my acting skills paid off perfectly. I won't blame you. I am quite the actress. From all my years working as a teacher, acting is one of the skills I naturally acquired. Once you meet all these different parents and teachers, you're left with no choice but to fake your smiles and act all giggly. You have to do your part into currying favor with the people around you, no matter the circumstance. It's just like how I've been to you all this time.
I'm sorry, but I'll pretend that I didn't hear any of that. I really thought that you respected me for who I was, and you respected the decisions Liam and I made for ourselves.
How dare you try and just casually disregard my words? The only person who can disregard my words is my husband. You have no right as my daughter-in-law to ignore anything that I try to tell you. You got that? I really thought that you'd have a little bit of decency in you. But I guess not. Maybe there's a reason you're employed at such a mid-scale business.
What did you say?
Am I wrong? Everyone else is far better off than you are. One's a teacher, and one's working for a very large business.
But what are you? Aren't you the one at a mid-sized business getting paid minimum wage with no hopes for a promotion? Excuse me? Don't think for once that I'm on the same page as you are. I may have made my attempt into making you think that I like you, but don't be mistaken. I'm a madame of a rich man's household. I won't be fooling around with some minimum wage girl to dishonor my dignity. Okay, I apologize for being mistaken. I guess I'm the only one to blame. You sound like you're at resentment. To be honest, yes, I am. It was stupid of me to believe everything you said about me. There's nothing for you to resent, and there's nothing for you to hold a grudge against me. You are at the highest point in your life right now. You got married to the richest household you'll probably ever encounter in your own life. So quit whining and clean up the house by tonight. If I come back tomorrow and nothing has been cleaned up, I can promise you something. The punishment might be a little physical. I could not fathom how a person can change in an instant like that. It was as if she had become a completely different person. Her hostility almost seemed feral, and it ran unpleasant shivers down my spine. Never in my life have I thought that I would meet a mother-in-law like her. I felt betrayed, and I felt like I'd fallen into a deep ditch with no way out. I really thought that I had everything under control by meeting with her before getting married. I thought her kindness and hospitality was genuine. I realized then that you never know about anything once you officially get married. I was in absolute despair, and despite all that, there was something that shocked me to my core. My husband came and told me some devastating news that almost took me to my breaking point. You got fired from your job? Why?
I guess things are very tough for the company right now.
And you got resigned just for that? All in the blink of an eye?
It's tough for me too. Please don't yell at me like that.
What are we going to do then? Your mother is constantly pressuring me about my pregnancy. How are we supposed to get the financial support to get ready for a baby at this point?
You think any of this is my fault? You think I wanted to get fired from my job? I feel stressed enough already from being fired in the morning. Yelling at me like that is definitely not helping at all. I'd be really grateful if you'd stop getting on at me like this.
You're right. I'm sorry, honey. That was a rash act on my part. Your mother has been pushing me to get ready for a baby, and that's all I've been hearing for a while now. I was also very stressed about that, so I was careless and ended up putting out my stresses and anger onto you. I'm sorry.
I'll tell my mom about our situation, and I will make sure that she doesn't bother you with the pregnancy deal anymore.
Then I guess we have to live off of my paycheck for the time being, right? That's how it needs to be before you find another job.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that as well. I don't think it's going to be easy living like that. How about we ask my mom about helping us with a little bit of money?
Absolutely not. She's just going to scold me in every single way possible.
Then how are we supposed to deal with our life financially? We've got bills and the house rental fee to pay for.
If we are smart with our money and save enough, things will end up working out.
Do you really think you can handle this? Are you okay with it?
Yes, I'm fine.
Okay then. It's going to be tough, but please hang in there.
Okay. Just don't tell your mother about this. That's all I'm asking you. I honestly don't want you to tell her that you got fired. Let's just keep it between us.
Sure, okay.
I really did not think it would be a good idea to ask my mother-in-law for financial help. I knew that it would only make room for her to take more power and control over me. That is not something that I would look forward to. I figured that I'd be willing to take some of the burden for the sake of keeping it a secret to my mother-in-law. It would be a lot less stressful to just stay patient until my husband finds another job. My husband getting fired was only the beginning. It was nothing compared to the events that would happen to me afterwards. You what? You asked your mother for money? Are you crazy? I thought I told you not to tell her about this.
Why are you getting so mad? She's helping us out without hesitation because she knows how hard it must be for us.
What do you think she'll think of us?
She's not going to think less of us. She just said that she feels bad that you have to take the burden just because I got fired.
That's total nonsense. You don't know what she really thinks of me, do you? You don't know how she normally treats me.
Of course I know. I know how much she likes you. She adores you so much that she doesn't even care about me, to be honest. I'm barely even her kid anymore.
You know that it's all just a trick for her to take advantage of me.
What?
Your mother is really quite the actress. She should be in Hollywood. When you told me that your mother is a really nice person and all, I wanted to make sure for myself. I went to go visit her before we got married, just so that I can judge for myself. I wanted to make sure I get married to the right family. I did all that, and all that happened to me was that I was fooled. I was fooled into thinking that your mother was this nice woman all along. I trusted my own instincts too much, and none of it worked out for me in the end.
What are you saying? I don't understand anything you're telling me.
Speak of the devil, here she is. She's calling my phone right now.
Why is she calling you instead of calling me first?
If I think about it, there's one advantage to you getting fired from your job. Now you really get to see what the relationship between me and your mother is like.
What's that supposed to mean?
Hello?
Yeah, it's me.
Yes, Helen. Hello.
You should know why I called you.
Yes, I'm aware.
It hurts enough to hear that my son has been fired with such short notice. But what hurts me even more is that his so-called wife can barely be of any help to him. This is just so hard for me to take in.
Excuse me?
Your paycheck can barely afford to take care of yourself, so it's not able to support your husband. It's just unbelievable. This is why I always told Liam to get married to a girl with skills, who'd be able to take care of you in a situation like this.
Liam getting fired is not my fault, so I don't know why you're speaking to me this way. I'd like it if you'd stop talking to me as if it's all my fault.
I have to go out of my way to speak to you like this, so that you'd get a grip in reality. Hearing these words from me should, at the very least, allow you to work harder at your job. Then you would have a shot at getting a promotion, so you'd be able to be a little more useful financially.
Okay.
Don't think for a second that I'm just giving you this money for free. You better think about how you'll pay it all back later on. If I catch you spending this money on other things, you'll be in big trouble, I tell you. It's not for you to use on your precious leisure time. It's to get my son to cheer up after losing his job. I think it would be wise to submit a written ledger on everything you buy and spend.
You want me to submit a ledger to you?
Why? You don't like it? You thought receiving someone else's money would be a walk in the park. My other daughters-in-law have never made me do something like this, let alone request anything from me. But look at you, already asking money from me.
Well, it's obviously a lot more different for them. Their husbands actually have a job that pays them well.
Shut it! Don't talk back to me! You worry about yourself. They will worry about themselves.
If I choose to not receive your money, will I not have to write out my financial ledger?
Don't try and get smart with me. You think it would be smart for you to deny my money? Are you planning on starving my son? Stop being so egotistical. I know all about your household. I'm aware that you only have daughters in your family. And I'm aware of how low-paying their salaries are. So you better listen to everything I say.
I'm usually great at respecting my elders, but I'm not going to sit here listening to you talk about my family like that. Do not talk about my family members in that manner. Just because a family is composed of only daughters, does that make them poor? Do all families with only sons have a wealthy life? Don't you think your statement is incredibly superficial?
It's always the ones coming in from poor families who can't stand the truth. Don't even bother arguing with me. When we had the greeting on both sides of the families, I saw you sitting with the 3 of your older sisters. It was honestly pitiful. It felt like I was witnessing a food stamp for beggars. But thanks to you, I was able to proudly admire my boys. My confidence surely skyrocketed that day after looking at your family.
Did you really feel superior in that regard?
You bet I did. If we get the chance to gather up again, I'd sure love to do it all over. It was almost therapeutic for me. I'm pretty sure your mother felt the opposite way, however.
Not at all. What do you know?
And how do you know that she didn't? Are you some kind of mind reader? You don't know a thing. You're not a part of my family, whether you like it or not. It will be better for you to keep your mouth shut and just listen to what I say. That way, it will be better for all of us. You understand?
You hear that, Liam? This is what kind of a woman your mother really is.
Why aren't you answering me? Are you just going to ignore everything that I tell you now?
No, I've listened to everything you said. Thank you for your life lessons. I think you should speak with Liam about the rest of the matters. He's sitting right next to me.
Oh, is my son there?
Hello?
Hi, son.
Hi, Mom.
Do you think the money's enough for you?
Yeah, it's fine.
You can always tell me if you need more money in your pocket. It's important for a man to have some greens on him. If you need more, just tell me. I'll give you all that you need.
Okay, thanks.
Sure thing, son. Make sure you get some rest. I'll bring you some delicious homemade food during the weekend.
Okay, Mom.
Wow, she is quite the sweetheart when she's talking to her own son.
She's probably very stressed because I got fired from my job. I think she's being sweet on purpose so that I won't feel even more gloomy about the situation. She's not particularly holding a grudge against you, so don't worry about it too much. Don't let it get to you.
Don't let it get to me? Didn't you hear everything that she said to me so far? She's not even treating me like a proper daughter-in-law, let alone a proper human being. Why the hell do I need to sit there and listen to her talk about my family like that?
Us arguing about the situation is only going to make things worse. This is not going to last forever, so let's just endure it for the moment while we can. It is what it is, so let's just get on with it.
You're saying it doesn't matter because it has nothing to do with you? It must feel nice to just watch me receive all the hate while you get all the love.
You're missing my point.
What do you mean I'm missing your point? I made it very clear to you before we got married. I told you clearly that I do not want to have a tough married life.
What do you mean, tough? We didn't even go through much yet.
Your so-called mother has been treating me like a dead dog in the street. I've already been through plenty. What do you know about a woman's married life?
Never mind. I don't think we can continue our conversation like this.
I'm not going to write a ledger for your mom, so I'll leave it at that. You write it for her. It's your mom anyway.
Why do I need to write it? I didn't use any of that money. I put it in our mutual bank account. You even saw me do it.
I'm not going to use any of that money, so you feel free to use it and write the ledger.
Olivia, just stop with it. Are you trying to get at me because I got fired, now that I've got a weakness? You want to destroy my self-dignity, is that it?
My self-dignity has already been long destroyed. You know how much your mother has been talking trash about my family, just because we only have daughters? She's treating my family as if we're not worth more than dirt. You know how infuriating that is?
Just stop it, will you? Then why don't you just go to Mom and tell her exactly how you're feeling? Why are you yelling at me like this when you don't even have the guts to go tell my mom yourself?
What did you say?
Forget it. I'm going to sleep at my friend's house tonight.
What friend's house? You don't have the money to go anywhere.
See? This is what I'm talking about. You're treating me like dirt because I'm jobless and don't have any money on me. What's it matter to you whose house I go to?
You are unbelievable. Who's got the right to get angry? Me or you? After the heated argument with my husband, he went out of the house quite frequently. We did not properly apologize to one another after the fight. All of this news came into the ears of my mother-in-law, who found out about everything. She found out because my husband was not staying at a friend's house. I found out that he was actually staying at his parents' house for the time being. You may be wondering how I was able to find out about all this. My mother-in-law was not the one to tell me this. Her other daughters-in-law were having a drink with her, and they called me over to join them. That is when I figured out what happened all along, and where my husband was actually going. It's so hard to meet up with you nowadays, Olivia. Have you been very busy? I heard things have been pretty rough for you recently. Is everything okay? Are you running night jobs?
Lynn, I don't think it's polite to be so direct like that. You need to save her some face. Don't bother her with rude questions like that. She wouldn't be running night jobs, you nosy body.
Right, sorry, Olivia. That was very careless of me. I guess being a teacher really makes you a fast thinker, doesn't it? I admire your wisdom, Chloe.
I think you're too humble considering you work at one of the largest businesses in the country. But thanks.
Just looking at my daughters-in-law puts a smile on my face. I'm happy to have such successful in-laws as my family members. But as for Olivia, I didn't expect for someone to be this careless. I should have known better to let my son be married to someone like this. I didn't know my sons would bring someone with such low standards. I think you're being a little too harsh on her. She hasn't been able to show you her full potential yet, so cut some slack. Liam wouldn't be the type of guy to marry someone whose family has low standards. Don't even get me started, Lynn. All three of her siblings are girls, so that already tells you everything. Daughters just become in-laws for her husband's side of the family. That's all there is to it. Daughters are not able to possess much wealth in the long run.
Is that really true? Do you only have daughters in your family? That's really interesting. Honestly, it's not even easy to be that unlucky.
Are you guys here to just insult me or something? Why did you call me here?
Did you just notice that? You really are quite clueless, Olivia.
Indeed she is. If she doesn't have any wealth, she might as well have some awareness. But I guess she lacks that too. I can understand why your mother-in-law feels so frustrated at times. Exactly! You've read my mind. If one of you were my youngest daughter-in-law, I would never be like this. I would be able to comfortably put my head on a pillow and go to sleep with no worries on my mind. My insomnia has been so bad lately, I barely can get any sleep. I can tell by the huge bags under your eyes. Oh, I apologize. I forgot how old and cranky you were, so you probably don't have the awareness to do so in the first place. What did you say to me?
Olivia, are you crazy? How can you speak like that to your mother-in-law?
I really didn't think you would be this rude and entitled, Olivia. If you're all poor, you might as well have some manners. But you really are something. You guys all must be talking about yourselves. I don't think any of you understand what it means to have manners. Could you guys do me a favor and go take a look in the mirror? I can see it written all over your face right now. It clearly says, no manners. You must be out of your damn mind. How dare you speak to my precious daughters-in-law like that? That's fantastic. Now you can spend time with your ever-so-precious daughters-in-law. You don't have to worry about spending time with a worthless person like me. How dare you! I'll be leaving then.
You come back here and sit down right this instant! You don't leave until I tell you to leave!
Goodbye!
Hey! You!
Never in my life would I have ever imagined myself treating my mother-in-law that way. After that night, however, things were much easier and better for me. Helen was obviously furious and called my number countless times, which I went ahead and casually ignored. Liam returned home after that, and interestingly enough, he was taking his mother's side. He came home to scold me and tell me that I'm in the wrong. All he did was take his mother's side. I guess it's true what they say about husbands. They never listen to their wife. We ended up sleeping in separate rooms after arguing all throughout the night. I made my efforts and told myself not to contact any of my husband's family members for quite a while. But the following day, something very serious happened. I couldn't help but go to my husband's family because of this.
What? Why are you here?
I came here because I heard you were injured.
You wouldn't care for me even if I died. And now you decide to show up to my house pretending to be Miss Nice Girl. After all that, and you come here as if nothing happened. Why don't you yell and insult me like you did yesterday?
I didn't want to come here.
Come again?
I heard how you were injured. You drank till you almost passed out and fell after twisting your ankle. Why did you have to hurt your ankle? I wouldn't have come if it was any other body part. But since I'm a good person, I thought I'd come and bring you some chicken soup to make you feel better. Here, take it.
You are one heck of a weirdo, I'll tell you that. You brought me chicken soup. Are you carrying fire in one hand and water in the other? Ignoring every single one of my calls yesterday, now you think it's fine to just come on over after breaking my ankle. To hell with your chicken soup. You probably put poison inside of it or something.
You want me to try it first?
You rude, ungrateful little wretch. A poor girl from a poor family like you have no right to treat me this way. Are you trying to act tough in front of me? Is that it? Now that I've broken my ankle, you're going to take advantage of me. If you want to get at least some of my money after I die, you should at least learn to keep your stupid mouth shut.
Don't worry about your death money. You can give it all to your son. Then you can brag about how much you love your precious boys. If there's anything that I will never accept in this world, it's your money. So don't even worry about giving me anything because I don't need your dirty money. I haven't used a single dollar of the money you've given me so far.
You are the reason for all of this. You've brought all the bad luck into our household. You are nothing but a rude and ungrateful evil spirit who will always stay as a rag.
What?
Begone, you evil spirit! What are you doing? That burns! What the hell are you doing? Do you know how hot this soup is? It's literally straight out of the pot! You think I wasn't aware of that?
If I had known you were like this from the very beginning, I wouldn't have married your son, who came out of your good-for-nothing devil's womb.
What? You take that back, you little... Take your filthy, stupid money back! What is this? What are all these single-dollar bills?
It's all the money that you've given me so far. I changed them all to the $1 bills, because to me, that's what they look like if they came from you. I wanted to make that clear, so I went ahead and changed the whole amount into singles.
You... what?
I really thought you were some wealthy bunch of families, but it turns out you are just a bunch of fake hooligans. You are all so pathetic. You handed me the money so seriously and talked about ledgers, I actually thought that you'd have given me thousands of dollars. But boy, was I wrong. You only gave me $300 lousy dollars to live off of. You've got to be kidding me. You are so unbelievably pathetic.
You think this money is worthless?
Yes, it's so worthless. I feel like I've stolen money from the homeless. I almost feel bad even.
You damn vermin!
It must have been real difficult pretending to be this wealthy old lady in front of your daughters-in-law. You really think being a teacher and a regular employee for a large business is that impressive? That's so sad. There are plenty of better jobs out there. I really pity your life because you have to brag about your scrawny little accomplishments in order to feel better about your puny self.
Scrawny? Says the one who works in a medium-sized business at best.
Yes, and did you know? My dad owns the entire company. He's going to lend the company over to me when he retires. He put me to work there for a purpose, so that I can learn more about managing his business.
What? Is that true?
You can ask your son about it if you want to make sure. I guess he was jealous about my family because he begged me not to tell you about my dad's business. He's such a mama's boy, so he refused to stay home after we argued and went home to go and cry about it to you. I am assuming that he loved to see you come at me like that, which is probably why he told me not to tell you about how rich my family actually is. I tried to stay quiet for the sake of my husband, but I can't take it anymore. Now do you feel bad about the way you treated me and the way you talked about my family? It's too late. I don't want to give second chances to a devil-spirited old woman like you. I don't need any fake compliments from you either.
Wait, hold on. Give me some time to think about this.
Why don't you just think about cleaning the mess you made? I'm done with your stupid and reckless family. You won't have to see me or deal with me anymore. I'm going to get divorced.
What? Wait, hold on a minute. Let me talk with you for just a second.
Look at you, begging like the beggar you are. I can't believe how sorry you look.
Wait, Olivia! Hold on! Please!
You said my sisters look like a bunch of beggars? That's funny, because they all have jobs as professionals in their respective fields. Their husbands all submit to their wives because of all the awe and respect they have for my sisters.
What do you mean they're all professionals? But you never told me about this.
Why? You don't believe me? Is it not possible in your world for daughters to be professionals? I'll be the owner of the dad's business in a little while, so I'm miles ahead of your son. It seems to me like your son just wanted to get married, so he had to find any job that he could to be able to support himself a little. Now it's so obvious that he's been jobless this whole time. He'll probably spend the rest of his days sitting around at home, snitching and whining to his idiotic mother. Then he'll just live off of his parents' money, and his mom would force him to write ledgers and monitor every little spending of his. Well, good luck with that. I'd pay good money to see it myself. After my so-called mother-in-law dumped the hot chicken soup onto my head, I attained first-degree burns. Once our last interaction was over, I took care of what I needed to. I filed for a divorce and requested compensation for mental and physical damages. Liam and his mother came begging in front of me, so that I dumbed down on the compensation. I wonder what would have happened if I revealed her true motives before getting married. Would things have been more different for my marriage? I figured that it would be a lot better for me to end it here than to live in agonizing torment under their household. I'm glad it came to this conclusion no later than it should have.
You promised not to tell my family about your sisters and your dad.
Oh, did I hurt your poor feelings? Did it hurt even more for your mom to find out that you're doing much worse than your own wife and brothers? Should have listened to my words when you had the chance.
You're wrong. My mom said that I'm her favorite child because I'm the oldest.
Get a damn grip on reality. Your mom is the one who always saw you as the most lamentable out of her 3 sons. She knew deep down that her oldest son is also her most pathetic son. You really expect someone like that to change for the better? You should have thought about it wisely and listened to everything that I told you. Things would have worked out much better for you if you'd rather decided to leave your mom for good and stick to my family. You can cry about it all you want, but as of now, you won't be able to gain her true love and affection with anything else. Do you have the ability to get hired for a good company right now? Are you able to go to your mom with thousands of dollars right now to make her happy again? Because you were so trapped within your own inferiority complex, you lost the opportunity to make matters right with your mom. You also lost the opportunity to make things right with me.
Okay, fine. Then how about we do this? I won't try to impress my mom just for my benefit anymore. Then, like you've said, let's go ahead and meet your side of the family. When are you going to be the boss of your dad's business? Are you going to give me a spot when you become one?
I'm going to divorce you first.
Why? Don't you want to become boss and boast about it?
Even if I do end up boasting, I'll do it myself. I don't need you to boast with me, thank you. It's not like I'm becoming boss just to boast. Are you kidding?
You're the one who told me to stick to your family now.
It's way too late for that. After all the torment your family put me through, all you've cared about was your self-image. You only cared about what your mom thinks of you. And that's the only thing that was on your mind. You had no regard for me, but only yourself and how you can please your mom.
I thought you and Mom were getting along well, so I didn't feel the need to interfere with anything.
Don't lie to me. I know you knew everything. You knew exactly what type of person your mother is. You just wanted to have it your way and play the teacher's pet. You just wanted to use me as a people pleaser so that your mother can just take advantage of me. That's why you didn't want me to tell her about my family's business. Well, I'm sorry, Liam. Now you can go please your mother all you want. You guys will basically be together all the time now, won't you?
Please, don't go. Please take me with you to your family. I'll be good to your family. I promise.
What's being good to my family gonna do for you anyway? I'm the one who decides whether or not I want to marry you. And I definitely won't. If you've got time to whine about your life, go do it in front of your mom. I'm sure she'll give you lots of hugs and kisses. Actually, I'm not even sure about that. Maybe she hates your guts now.
No, then I'll have nobody on my side.
Wow, aren't you a genius? Go ahead and cry to your mommy about it. Tell her how much it hurts and tell her how you need her to love you. Oh, wait. I don't think she has the time to listen to all of that. I forgot that I threw a bunch of single-dollar bills at her and told her that I'm suing her.
Please, can you not do this?
I sure will be doing this, thank you very much. I'm the type of person to give back what I received. Don't you have other things to worry about? You should think about how you're going to pay for the compensations and alimony, because I'm not requesting it from just your mother. I'm not going easy on you just because you're jobless.
What do I do then? I have nobody to go to. I have nobody to lean on.
Lean on yourself, you moron.
I can't do that. I want to be loved and accepted.
You expect people to love and accept you when you won't make any efforts in doing so yourself? You're a despicable hypocrite. I'm done with you. Either you decide to change yourself, or you just decide to stay the same and die alone. Just do me a favor and stop bothering others with your idiotic behavior.
No, please. I can't do this alone.
What an idiot. That's going to be the end of today's story. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe for more content. Please also hit that notification bell so that you never miss one of our videos. And why not consider